Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M12, the Tier 7 American SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Cliff Encounter, and it's under the command of screwston of BABN2. Game on! Well, it's a 155mm howitzer mounted on top of the hull that was taken from an M3. It's actually quite an effective arty. In fact, it's called the door knocker because it was used to blow up bunkers. Yes, they can accurately hit bunkers with a 155mm shell and blow them to pieces. Many of them were actually hit by shells which were fired at almost point blank range, and the shell would just cut straight through the concrete and blow them to pieces. Well, it's capable of doing 600 alpha, 39mm pen, 7.2 meters on the burst radius, and between 11.5 and 23 seconds of stun. Now, there is an RT on the enemy team. It happens to be a Crusader SP, and he might be with the 5.5-inch howitzer, in which case he's probably not able to hit us at this range. But we've got a bit of a problem there with the aiming. You can see this is happening just the other side of the donut. And the Wizzy 131 on the enemy team went down, but our Skoda's managing to stay alive because he's staying behind the wreck. That was a brass just fired. Now we're almost loaded. Unfortunately, we lost the Skoda, and that round just stunned the Shrek. The standard reload for this RT is 26.56 seconds, and well, we've got a reload of 22.69. Somebody's capping, but it is an encounter game, so it takes twice as long. Okay, so he's got the communication skill and the concentration skill working, because he managed to get 579 assists. He's just got another direct hit on a Turtle 1 who went behind that rock. Can't see him at the moment, but he shows up on the mini-map. So, oh, there he is, and he's stunned. And he's missing a few hit points. Okay, we've got an SU-100 M1. So we're dialing in on him. He's pulling back because he's not happy. Trying to get a better angle. Well, landed just behind him. And we did get some assist off that one as well. Enemy tanks have gone all the way around the cliff. But at this angle, it's a little difficult to get shots on them. You really need to change the angle and move over. Now, there are some spots that you can go to avoid sitting in the most obvious spots. That's where he is at the moment. But he's now aiming at this KV4 Kristowski and also a Tiger 1. Now he's dialing in. Let it settle. Almost there. And that's a good hit. 217 makes him a one shot. We've got an LTG up in the sniper's nest. Wrong place for an LTG, by the way. But I guess he doesn't realise he's a light. And he wants to be a sniper for this game. Maybe it's because he's an inexperienced player, to put it that way. But we're more than likely going to take out this Tiger if the KV4 drives back. Oh, well, it was fired at the front of the KV4 rather than the between the KV4 and the Tiger. But he can fire again on that Tiger, take him out with the next shot. He's marked the spot to say that's where I'm aiming. Tiger's come out of his hole. Bounce out. Oh, and the Tiger dies just before our shell arrives. So unfortunately we missed out on a kill there. But we did stun the KV4. And he has taken damage, so we're getting more stun assists. As you know, stun assist does make a big difference in the ace tanker, or getting a mastery. So if you want to get a good mastery, a first class or an ace tanker, you need to get as much stun assist as you can. Now, we do have somebody in the cap, but they're being blocked at the moment. So somebody is on the other side of the wall. Oh, that's another direct hit on the KV4. So he just pulled out just at the moment the shell arrived. Took a blind hit. Now, you don't get a whole lot of ammunition on this, Arty. They only give you 20 to play with. In fact, these vehicles did used to have what's called an M12 cargo carrier, and that was basically the same vehicle as the M12, but without the howitzer. And they would carry all the extra shells that the M12s needed. They also had trucks to carry around the shells as well. Okay, the enemy capping. Rounds out. Another direct hit and a big one. 334, he's a one shot and he's out the game. And that was the defender taking his revenge, because the defender doesn't have much in the way of hit points left, but he's managed to get some his own back. Yeah, he's only got 38 hit points left, but now we can really reset and get this T103. Oh, nice one, right into the side, 153, and that's a reset on the cap. One of the good things about this is that Arty can stand off and keep lobbing shells into the cap area to get reset. So if the enemy does try to put cap pressure on, and they do have 2 in the cap at the moment, there's a pretty good chance the Arty's going to end up with a defender medal. There you can see the concentration skill and the communications expert are working. Concentration means that since we're stationary, we're getting extra to dial in on the enemy, and with the communications expert, it's 2.5% extra on the crew skills for the rest of the battle. Of course, Arty can quickly get the concentration skill working. It takes tanks a little while longer to get it, because you have to get assist, and not all tanks can get assist unless, of course, you track a vehicle, and that's a direct hit because there was no explosion. It's another reason why it's a good idea to keep watching your target as the shell goes in, because it gives you information you need to know. Okay, the cap's been stopped at 68%, so now will be a very good time to get a reset, because that, and yes, that's the one I would go for. That's the one that's hiding. He's got the most. Bounce out. Oh, and he's out the game, and that's 51 capture points reduced. I think that means that Screwston now has a defender medal. I'm pretty certain, because he did get another big reset a little while back. So he'll be happy. And the E25 is coming in to do some damage to that T103. We've stunned him, and now the E25 is really taking it out on him. There's only 4 enemies left, and there's about to be even less. Now there's 3. And a lot of that's been down to the fact that Screwston's been firing those rounds in, regularly upsetting the enemy. Okay, look at our guys. They're also like focused around the cap area. We have placed 1 in the cap, and it's the LTG, and I guess he is an inexperienced player. But there's the enemy Arty. The Tiger 1 and the Turtle 1 that we hit earlier in the game, or Tiger 2 and Turtle 1, are in the Western Pass as far as we know. ISU 152 is going to spot the enemy very shortly. But there's the Turtle, rounds out, went long, it wasn't fully dialed in. The ISU just took a big hit from that gun on the Turtle, which is actually quite powerful. And we've lost the ISU. And now it's 6 versus 2. But we should be able to take out the Turtle with the next shot. Here we go. Rounds out. Bit late, but it is a splash kill. And now there's just the Tiger 2. Now he's mostly full health. Let's see if we can get some damage. I'd stay on that side there, because the Astron Rex is going to keep the Tiger 2 round. E25 coming up behind him. We just need to keep him stunned whilst he's there. And fire. Yep, he put the shell on the right side as well. And the Tiger 2 is being torn to shreds. And yes, Screwston's picking up all the extra XP. Very well played. And that's victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for screwston of BABN2 in the M12. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 12. He got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and he also got a defender medal for resetting the camp, getting at least 70 defense points in total. And yes, I think he only took 2 shots to do it, but it happened to be that SU-100 M1, I think, was the one that generated the enough to actually get him over the necessary 70 defense points to actually get the medal. 3,406, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score and see where he was. Well, we can see the highest damage in this game actually belongs to the Aslains Rex, who actually got a high caliber for 3,994, and that's pretty impressive for an Aslains Rex, which is basically a light tank. He got 6,250 on his win 8. Yeah, very impressive indeed. We look at the second highest damage, turned out to be the Barask on the enemy team, 2,923. That's more what you'd expect from a Barask. And in third place, we can see it's actually the Tiger 2 on the enemy team who managed to get 2,530 hit points, and he picked up a cool-headed out of that one as well. We can see that when it came to screwston, he actually managed to get 1,849 hit points, and of course got the Confederate and Defender. When it came to kills, he's actually a little further down the table because the top scorer was the Defender. He got a Top Gun. In fact, he got more than a Top Gun. Got Spartan Steel Wall and a Top Gun in that one. 4 kills went to the Aslains Rex, and of course we saw that high caliber. And 3 kills went to the Crusader SP on the enemy team, who only managed 3. And I think, yes, he did have the stock gun, which meant that he couldn't actually hit screwston. He was just too far away. And screwston did get 2 kills, along with 50 TP on his own team. And on the enemy team, their Shrek got 2 as well. When it came to base XP, it's actually second place that goes to screwston, because the Aslains Rex managed 1,354, screwston got 1,236, the Defender got 1,149, and they were the only 3 players who managed to make it over 1,000 base in the game. And the fourth place after that was the 50 TP with only 792. So it was really all down to 3 really good players who actually managed to pull off that win. 20 shots fired. He got 7 direct hits, no penetrations, but he did get 20 splash. Now remember, I said this thing only carries 20 rounds. So that last shot he fired not only stunned the guy that was then the Tiger 2 that was then taken out, but it was his last round. If it had actually killed the Tiger 2, which is very unlikely because it would have had to have ammo-racked him to get that, because he still had plenty of hit points. But if he had, that would have been a Phaeton's medal. But it was a useful use of his last shell to get that stun. He got 1,849 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 80 the enemy, killed 2, and that's where he got the Confederate. 782 hit points of damage assistance. That's where he tracked the guy, the Tiger 2, and picked up a massive amount of damage assist there. But he also picked up 1,795 stun assist of 15 stuns, and he got 76 defense points when he reset the cap. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 27,727 credits for that game, and he didn't get any mission completion bonuses out of it either. But he did pick up 5,562 experience points, and that did include a mission completion of 3,708. So a very good game. He says SPG day. I'm not sure if he's making this replay for Klaus Kellerman, or, because we do know that Klaus Kellerman actually does pick up a lot of replays from What Record. And I was actually looking through the What Record ones to see which Arty replays are actually in there as well. And yes, came across screwston. So screwston, you're actually on our channel as well. And although we don't have as many viewers and subscribers as Klaus does, we feature more Arty replays. Plus, we feature more replays than every other Arty specialist, and also many of the biggest names on World of Tanks. Well, we have more replays than most of the big names do. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.